Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. On the larger scale, we can take a look at the 4-hour chart here at the moment. On the larger scale, we can see that Ethereum is still in this 1-2-1-2 setup. Ideally, the next low does not break below 1533. If it does, 1455 will be the next and the last Fibonacci support of this scenario. That means if we break below 1455, we will have to count all of this as wave one. Yeah, I could do that already now and say, okay, we just give it a little bit more space, but I prefer a level by level approach. So just be aware that in the alternative scenario, it is possible that all of this was wave one. We talked about that before, And then we just get a deeper wave two, all the way to $1,300 to $1,200. There's a lot of support in that region. This is possible. I could just make it easy and say, okay, this was a large wave one. This here is a large wave two, and it will get there. But I prefer to give it, to take it level by level, as I said, right? So just leave the wave one here and leave the wave two here. And then we've got a 1-2-1-2 setup. Again, that can change. Just be aware of it. It really depends on how low do we go in the next move to the downside. You know that we are waiting for another low, or at least we're watching if another low occurs. At the moment, that would be the expectation. It would take a break above 1723, followed by a break above 1800 for Ethereum to confirm to us and to convince us that no other low is happening, okay? Because at the moment, as per Elliott Wave, we would typically expect in a C wave. So we have an A wave down, a B wave up. In a C wave, we're looking for 5 waves, and so far we only have 3. Now, I said it many times, and I will say it again, just that everybody understands, cryptos sometimes correct or finish their corrections in 3-wave structures. So I'm talking about the last wave down. So instead of having 5, they sometimes do 3, and they more often do 3 than other assets, but not often enough, in my opinion, to bet money on it. Other than, maybe starting to scale in or something, just because we know that they sometimes do that, and then they rally just out of the blue. Yeah, they just rally suddenly without giving us a previous warning. But all I can do as an analyst is to point out that, let's call it risk or opportunity or probability. Yeah, it's just what it is. It's just what they do, because sometimes they correct, or they are so rapid in completing their corrections that these small subwaves like the wave 4 and 5, they could just be in between that strong candle, and you can't really distinguish them because it just happened too quickly. Or sometimes they just do that WXY structure. Yeah, so it's very hard to say sometimes. But primarily, we're waiting for another low. And also on the shorter time frame, I mean, we defined the resistance area above which we are starting to look for further upside, which is 1723. But so far on the smaller time frame, we don't really have a setup for it anyway. So it would be a little bit unclear how Ethereum would achieve that break above resistance. Well, see, it can always do that in a diagonal. It's possible that we had a wave 1 up off the last low on the 17th of August. This was wave 2 in a diagonal, yeah? We're now doing a wave 3. So basically 1, 2, 3. Then we need a 4 and a 5. So this would be a diagonal structure. And then this is a small A wave in wave 3. This here is a small B wave in wave 3. And we would move higher in a C wave. Bitcoin can do something similar. But it's not typically the pattern you're primarily looking for. Yeah, diagonals. So yeah, it's always possible. But we know that anyway, everything is always possible. So expect the unexpected in these markets. But what we're doing, we're looking for the ideal structures. And yeah, just be aware of that. So primarily, though, we're looking for further downside, as I said, as long as we stay below 1723. There are 2 pathways how this could unfold. First of all, the triangle is the yellow wave count. We might still be in the D wave of the triangle. So the triangle is a 5-wave move: A wave, B wave, C wave, D wave, E wave, and then move down. Higher lows and lower highs. The D wave is an ABC structure. A, B, C might still be unfolding in the C wave. That's a little bit unclear. We are dealing here with the micro counts, so they can change quickly. Oops, didn't want to do that. So yeah, ABC in wave D. D-Wave could still be unfolding, or, which is also possible, the D-Wave might have finished already, and we're already in the E-Wave, which is again an ABC structure or a triangle itself. But that it doesn't really matter, in my opinion, for any trading decisions, because first of all, these microcounts shouldn't really be treated as predictive. They're more like a roadmap, and it wouldn't change anything with regards to our expectation. But I think we are going to have a boring Saturday. Now, the other scenario is that the wave 4 already topped here, and that we're already coming down in a fifth wave, as you have it outlined here in the white wave count. It would then be an ending diagonal on the way down. And we're also doing an ABC move down and then a retracement. So it's very similar to the E wave. So in the end, they both should move in fairly similar ways. Yeah, that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.